friends, welcome back. I'm saying welcome back just with the assumption that you've watched my first video, but you probably haven't. That's fine. I'll do a bit of a recap. So I am doing a photo shoot. In just under 4 weeks time now. I am doing this to prove to myself and to, I guess, other people who might care that you can still get in great shape when you hit 40. And there's a lot of, I guess, preconceptions and beliefs that once you hit 40, everything goes downhill. So I'm here to show you it does not have to be that way. So this is the second week now of me kind of documenting this, I guess. Today is a refeed day, which is the best day. Basically just means that I can have a lot of carbs today and a few more calories. I did speak about this a little bit on my last video, as last week I was going into my refeed day and I was very excited. But this past week has been pretty tough. I mentioned in my last video how I was starting to be like a little bit kind of under the weather, I guess, and felt like I was coming down with something last weekend. And then that kind of escalated into just a bit of an annoying cold, which always sounds like really pathetic, but it wasn't necessarily the cold itself. My energy was just really, really low. And I'm someone who generally has like quite a lot of energy, like day to day. So when anything happens, I get a little bit ill or run down and my energy drops, I don't deal well with it. Like I really notice it. So yeah, last week was just really tough from that standpoint because I felt like I was in like a really good swing of things with my training and my cardio and my steps. And the fact that I couldn't do those things just made me feel a bit meh, to be honest. In terms of training, last week obviously I had to completely pull back. So I managed to do some like low intensity, steady state cardio on Tuesday. But after that, I just kind of like, it just knocked me. So I didn't actually do any actual training in the gym, as in resistance training, until yesterday. So that I guess is a bit of an update on where I am from last week. In summary, much tougher week, but feeling much more positive about everything today, which is cool. So I will catch up with you guys later. A little physique update as well. So yesterday came in at my lowest weight, which was 54.5. I've kind of stuck all week around about 54.85. But yeah, I didn't really have any expectations in terms of actual weight itself. Like my last shoot I was 57, and that's kind of like, I guess, my benchmark for where I think in my head that I look pretty lean. And considering now I'm 54.5, I don't think I look that different. But this could be where you start to get things like body dysmorphia creeping, where you just start to be like super critical, like the leaner you get. So I'm trying to like not overthink it in that sense. But yeah, I think it's funny when, you know, when you just take weight as one metric, actually it doesn't really matter too much. Like I think if you looked at pictures of me at 57 versus where I am now, I don't think you'd see a massive difference personally, but I guess we'll see on the day. I think it makes a difference when you've got the tan and the oil and the lights, so we shall see. But yeah, happy with where I am at the moment. It's lunchtime, and because today is a refeed day, I'm gonna go absolutely wild and have something that isn't a tuna salad. So today we're gonna have cinnamon and raisin New York bagel with some Philadelphia and some ham and a little bit of salad. Yeah, exciting times. I've not got a bread knife and it's really awkward to cut. Last week I was very, very excited for the refeed day. I was literally counting down the days, hours. But this week, I think I've been ill, I just haven't really felt as hungry. So, although I am obviously excited for this because more food is always a good thing in my mind. As you can see, I'm cutting this appallingly. bought like a set of knives from IKEA, no bread knife. Like, who wouldn't put a bread knife in a set of knives? So yeah, this is not gonna. Also, I got these cute little tubs of Philadelphia from Waitrose. That's the thing, I'll like buy something like a tub of Philadelphia and I'll eat it one day and then won't eat it again. So it's like things just get wasted. Things get wasted when you eat alone. Poor me. So yeah, so I thought, oh, these are quite cute. You can just snap one off. Ooh. And we'll just have one of these. Oh, I mean, I've just broken that, so it's a good job. Good job eating this one. No strength. So weak, so weak. So I am someone who typically just eats the same thing legitimately every day, even when I'm not dieting, just because I can't make decisions, basically get overwhelmed with choice. So for me, just having the same thing every day just makes my life easier. I know what I like, it's easy, it's done. So today, this is a whole new thing for me. This is not gonna look very aesthetic. I am warning you guys now. Always gherkins, always, on everything. I love a gherkin. Try not to chop my fingers off in the excitement of the gherkin. Blows my mind that so many people don't like gherkins. I just feel like they've not given them a fair chance. Like, I feel like as a kid, I would always pick them off the burger because I was like, oh, they look weird. And then just never knew what was missing. Just literally the best thing ever. I feel I've got too much salad in the mix now. It's not gonna work. This looks so shit. Okay, not perfected the aesthetics of this one. It's the first time I made this one, guys. I need some kind of sauce. Balsamic. Also, I know I've talked about kind of what was hard last week, just in terms of how I was feeling. I think something that I didn't really anticipate was the difficulty in not necessarily the actual like prep itself, but more explaining the prep to other people. Because I think it's probably similar, I think, if you have any physique goal, especially if you're in a position where you are not necessarily overweight and you are trying to lose weight for more of an aesthetic goal. I think it's quite difficult to explain to people why you're doing it. So yesterday, I actually saw my therapist, and I normally see that every 2 or 3 weeks, and it'd been like 3 weeks. And like the first thing she said to me was, "You've lost weight." She was saying it in a way where she thought it could be a concern. So having to explain that was quite tricky. And I think from her perspective, she was like thinking like, is this something else I need to address? Like, is this another problem? Like, you've got enough problems already, don't give me another one. But yeah, I think when you have a performance goal or you're training for something, it's a lot easier to explain because you can be like, oh, well, I'm training for a marathon or I'm doing a high rocks or whatever. But when it's like, yeah, I'm just gonna stand there and get some pictures taken in some gym clothes in a fake gym with baby oil on and fake tan, just, you know, just for lols. You know, that's what I'm dieting for. It sounds silly. So, yeah, something I hadn't really anticipated. Dinner time, and tonight we are having a burger and sweet potato fries because I love me a burger. And sweet potato fries are one of those things where I feel like they're naughty, but actually you can make it pretty low calorie when you cook them yourselves. Also, pro tip, if you're going to make sweet potato fries, before you put them in the oven, blast them in the microwave like 7 minutes before, and it just makes it much quicker process when you're in the oven. Here I am assembling my burger. Very important key moment. I forgot to put the cheese on, so I had to go back and do it again. Toppings obvs are cheese, some tomatoes, gherkins, of course, burger sauce, a little bit of spinach, and I think we're going for some ketchup as well. Yeah, definitely go back in for some ketchup. And here are the fries. Broccoli always, because you know, girls got to get her greens, and always hot sauce. bit of tzatziki for the fries, and here we go, finished product. Saturday nights, I'm not gonna lie, I like to be in. I like to be kind of chilling, relaxing, doing nothing. I think that's the biggest change I've seen in me in probably the last maybe year, maybe just a little bit over that now. And the fact that I just don't like being out in the evening. Like, it's fine if I'm out in the day and I might stay out, like in the summer, but if it's like someone ringing me saying like, oh, do you want to go for dinner at 8 p.m? I'm like, I am in. Like, I am not going back out again. Like, nightfall. Yeah, just not the one. So I'm quite boring the weekends generally. I just like to have dinner, watch Netflix, be tucked in bed by 11:30. I mean, I'm happy with that. And I guess as well, it just kind of comes with not having that many friends in London. And that sounds really pathetic to say out loud, but I think it's quite typical now for a lot of women who, I guess, like me, might be the case where their friends kind of settled down, had kids, moved outside of London. And when you are a little bit older, it's not hard. I think it's fine to meet people. There's lots of things going on in London where you can meet people, but it's quite hard to like build like those deep, like meaningful connections where it actually becomes a proper friendship. It takes a lot of time and effort, I think, to do that, and just kind of going to events and meeting random people all the time. For anything to really come of it takes quite a lot of work. So I think even though it sounds a bit sad, like, oh, I've got that many friends where I live, I think it is just a reality for a lot of people. So yeah, that is, I guess, my reality at the moment. But yeah, it's fine. And yeah, I guess as well, with the shoot coming up and having to prep for that, not having that many social events actually is a bit of a blessing in disguise, because it just makes it so much easier that I'm not having to like plan around things. So yeah, as sad as it sounds, this photo shoot prep is my life right now. Ending the day with dessert, saving calories for this, my own concoction, halo top ice cream with some pancake, which is just crumbled up, and then with a Lotus biscuit, just crumbled over the top and all mixed together. Other snacks I had were a Nutri-Grain bar and a twirl.